All right. Okay, yeah, the audio is going to be out of sync, but it's gonna have to go for right now. So, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to say this now. This is completely unscripted. I have no idea how to do this. This is probably the first time I think I've done futon stuff with this camera. I tried to with the Sonic Cross Shadow review, but it was a bitch, and I had to there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff with the Sonic Cross Shadow review that went wrong, and I tried with a new webcam for today's video, but it was just not working out for me. In fact, I have no idea how this one's going to work out because I haven't done this setup in a while, but this is going to be take one. Hopefully it works, but if not, we're going to find out, and I'm going to lose my shit if I have to re-record this more than twice. So the main thing about this video is you probably read the title. I'd call it a TGC Direct, similar to, this is a gaming channel. I wanted to make a reference to a huge gaming thing and the thing we haven't really gotten this year. Because to my knowledge, I don't think we had that many Nintendo Directs this year that I can immediately recall. No. So this is just basically my way of conveying what my plans are for 2025 and kind of just reflect on this year specifically in terms of the channel and stuff like that. So in terms of the channel, not a lot. I don't think I did a crazy amount of progress. I think at the time of this recording, I am currently at about 80 subscribers, which I'm really happy with. Again, this is purely a hobby, and I really do enjoy that you guys are subscribing, watching, liking, commenting occasionally, all that kind of stuff. I do really enjoy seeing those, because it really shows to me that I'm doing something out there. I don't intend on making this my full-time job or get sponsorships and shit like that. I don't want to become the very thing I make fun of. I don't want to be sponsored by like Raid Shadow Legends or displayed with my Hollow Knight poster back there. All that kind of shit. Because I always skip those kind of sections in videos, with a few exceptions. Sometimes I do partake in the sponsorship, like I mentioned Displate. I've taken a few sponsorships I've partaken in G Fuel, and I don't think I have them with me in my Raycon headphones. I've bought, but that's besides the point. I don't think you guys give a shit about my personal life. So real quick, I'm gonna pull up the YouTube Studio on my phone here so I can take a look at what happened this year in terms of videos, because there is a lot. Again, this is not scripted at all. I don't have a script for this because I don't really feel like, writing out everything I'm going to say, but I do have a few points that I want to get into, the big ones, the reviews, let's plays, Xenilian, and other potential plans. Those are the kind of the big ones I want to get into because those are the big ones. So in terms of videos, I'm just going to go from beginning of this year. I have to scroll a lot. I would do the playlist, but I have it to where I think it's modified, where it updates as I modify them. So I'm gonna have to look. I think, to my knowledge, so we started this year with Jedi Fallen Order Part 18 we started back on January 18th. We finished the Jedi Fallen Order Let's Play, which I genuinely thought I did really good with. I enjoyed Jedi Fallen Order. I loved making the review of it. I'm gonna get into the Jedi Survivor stuff in a minute. But we also did Sonic 06. That was a huge thing. That was probably the one Let's Play that I think got a lot of people's attention. I think a lot of people I think some people enjoy seeing me suffer with that game, despite the fact that I don't think I suffered that much when making the 06 Let's Play. I found some silver linings in that, particularly when editing. I had a lot of fun editing the 06 Let's Play. Stealing jokes from Johnny's Let's Play on SGB, or just making stupid fucking references. I think I've used the metal pipe sound effect meme like 20 fucking times in that Let's Play for no reason whatsoever. I did cut down on the number of Snapcube references thanks to me shutting the fuck up during cutscenes, so I'll give myself that. Though I did make a couple anyway. I think I jokingly called Mephiles Memphis, Tennessee. I know I made a Tilted Towers joke in one of the part names and descriptions. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I also did Metroid Zero Mission this year. I got back into the Metroid series. More on getting back into Metroid later, because that's kind of on my mind right now. But I did enjoy doing that. You know, I think that was my first 2D Metroid game, and probably the only one that I'm not going to 100% besides Fusion. Maybe Dread won't be 100% either, because Dread is just so... I love Dread, clearly. I love Dread. It's one of my favorite of the Metroid series, but it's kind of frustrating 100% too, similar to Zero Mission, but it's mainly because of just some Shine Spark combos and shit like that, that, in all honesty, is... not worth the effort for a Let's Play. You know, I don't want to spend 3 hours embarrassing myself trying to get a Shine Spark combo, though I have done some pretty amazing shit in Dread. I did a Stellar Blade review. I actually did. I kind of keep forgetting I did a Stellar Blade review, and to this day, you know, like every time I see it pop up in my TGC reviews playlist, because I occasionally rewatch the reviews, especially when I'm working on another one, to kind of compare notes and see what I'm doing well, what I'm doing badly, what I could improve on in terms of plot summaries, other stuff like that. You know, especially I also use it as a means to kind of reevaluate my credits, because when I do the credits, I try to credit all of the stuff all the sources I used, especially, you know, most of the time when I talk about the game, in terms of like the background, I really don't, it's just kind of stuff that's common knowledge. I try not to go too deep into it. And even then, if I do, it's probably just like the most quick Google search, so I don't really credit that because it's Wikipedia. And you know, that's fake news most of the time. You know, those things could be 100% wrong. That, or it's, you know, just common knowledge that everybody should know, or at least can, you know, Google with a quick glance. But like, if I use a clip from a trailer or a random meme, I try to, you know, let you guys know what the source is, you know, as best I can. Sometimes I think I've been wrong on a couple of them, to my knowledge, but again, no one has corrected me so far, but so. Marvel Spider-Man was probably my biggest Let's Play this year, besides Persona 3 Reload, but I really did enjoy doing Marvel Spider-Man. I know I technically haven't finished it yet because I still need to do the DLC for the entire campaign. You know, there's the City That Never Sleeps with the heist, Turf Wars, and Silver Lining. I still need to do those, and then I'm eventually going to do Miles Morales, and then Spider-Man 2. But those are like way down the line, because those are superhero games, and those take a while. I thought my phone fucking crashed again. Let's see. And I started Persona 3 Reload, but I haven't finished it because you may have noticed that my last part for Persona 3 Reload was 2 weeks ago with part 20. And the reason behind that was because at the time, when I uploaded that was, yeah, December 12th. That was, you know, Christmas happened, and, you know, I work retail, so I knew I was going to be busy with all that shit. I knew that it was going to be a hell of a time for me in terms of just work, because I was going to be tired most of the time and stuff like that, so I barely had any time to just sit down and record more parts without, you know, nearly falling asleep. But I have, you know, been working on stuff for the channel for the past couple of weeks, mainly one thing, which is my next review, which I hope to have up sometime in January. I just finished recording footage for it today. It's Batman Arkham Knight. I have been actually back on a bit of a Batman binge lately. I think rewatching the animated series kind of got me back into that. So I just finished recording footage for Arkham Knight So I just need to start writing it, and then eventually I'll edit and then do the voiceover, yada yada yada, all that shit. So hopefully I get that up by sometime in January. And honestly, I was hoping to get it up by the end of this year anyway. Oh, I did the Sonic Cross Shadow review too. I forgot I did that. I don't know how I forgot I did that. I praised the hell out of that game, and that was probably the review I was getting out urgently. But I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna just pause that. I had a video playing in the background, and I decided just to mute it. I tend to do that when I record, is I just mute the video and not turn it off. But I'm just gonna turn it off for now. What was I saying? I was gonna try to get the Arkham Knight review up by the end of this year, especially around Christmas time. But then I was like, considering Arkham Knight takes place around Halloween, it doesn't really make sense. So I chose not to, and plus, I also remembered that Arkham Knight's 10th anniversary is next year, so what better time to do it than Arkham Knight's 10th anniversary? Yes, Arkham Knight is 10 years old. But in terms of that, I am currently finished recording footage. I'm just about to start converting it. I'm just moving it to my hard drive. Hopefully it doesn't fucking corrupt anything. But that's gonna get started really soon. I'm probably gonna start writing it tomorrow after work or something like that. I don't know yet. But in terms of other future reviews, I have a few ideas of what I want to do. The one that I know a lot of a couple friends of mine have asked me about is, where the hell is my Star Wars Jedi Survivor review? So the thing was, I was starting to re-record footage for it again a couple months ago, or like I think around the time I started doing my Stellar Blade review. But I didn't like how the footage was coming out in terms of, you know, frame rate, bit rate, all that kind of stuff. Quality-wise, I just straight up didn't like it, because I was recording off my Series X, and you'd think it would look better on that, but I was like, I kept switching between performance and quality mode, and I just kind of got annoyed with myself. So I'm gonna try to see which version, and I also was kind of just, I was doing pointless stuff for the review footage. You know, I was trying to 100% Jedi Survivor for the review, when most of the stuff for 100% I wasn't really going to be talking about that much. Because I'm going to make a confession here. I believe when I did my Jedi Fallen Order review, I did New Game Plus because it was just much faster. And I should have just done that for Jedi Survivor. So I'm just going to do that with the PS5 version once again. And another thing that was kind of just ruining the immersion a little bit was the achievement pop-up sound, because it would happen in the middle of a cutscene, and it was just kind of, I know, you know, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because I could have just ignored it and just did something else, but it was something that, the Xbox achievement sound honestly just kind of annoys me a little bit, because for one, it takes like, it does the sound, and then it takes like 2 seconds for the actual achievement to pop up. You know, that's why I kind of like PlayStation, is when they do their trophies, the sound and the screen pop up at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that it takes up a good chunk of the screen up top. And the other thing that was kind of annoying that I don't like about the Xbox achievement is the fact that it's on the bottom. So if you have the subtitles on, like right here, the Xbox achievement thing covers up the subtitles. So if I'm not, you know, if I'm reading the subtitles, if I'm trying to read the subtitles and a fucking achievement pops up, it's kind of annoying. But that's just me personally. That's just a thing that's why I try not to do achievements on Let's Plays if I can avoid it, especially if I'm doing an Xbox game in the future, because it's just one of those things where it kind of just breaks the immersion for a split second. You know, if the achievement's part of a joke, like Deadpool, for example, I would do it, but that's just, again, whole different can of worms, not going to get into today. But other reviews that I have planned. Oh, hold up. I want to see if I can. Hold on, my cat. Yeah, I know. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, Jasmine wanted out, and I had to. What was I doing? Okay. In terms of other reviews I have planned for the channel, I do want to do Sonic reviews. I know I've done an ass load of them. I've done Sonic Frontiers, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I've done Sonic Frontiers again, and I did Sonic Cross Shadow Generations, so why the hell would I want to tackle Sonic again? I'm talking about, you know, the Sonic games I grew up with, you know, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, 3D Sonic specifically. I would do the classic games, but I'm not, like, I don't think I have enough of like a different opinion to really give my 2 cents of it. But then again, I mean, I don't think I had that much of a different opinion when it came to Sonic Frontiers. You know, I said it was a good game. It just had some issues here and there. But that's besides the point. But I do want to do Sonic. I want to review games that I typically probably wouldn't Let's Play for various reasons, or I just haven't gotten around to Let's Playing. You know, ones like The Legend of Zelda, Mario, though I do intend on doing those games as Let's Plays eventually, but it's just, you know. I also kind of want to review games that I've already done on this channel before. You know, in terms of Let's Plays, the only exception would be any RPGs. You know, I am not doing a Persona 5 review. I'm not that crazy yet. If enough people requested it, I would love to do it. I would probably just make it a Persona 5 Royal review. And the other thing I kind of want to, you know, make myself a little bit better at is letting you guys decide, you know, letting other people decide what games I review / do Let's Plays for. You know, I would probably post like a random poll one day, you know, saying like, out of these 3 games, which one would you like? And it's like Sonic and the Secret Rings, LA Noire, Batman Arkham Origins, shit like that, you know. I want to do a little bit better job of engaging with you guys and, you know, letting you guys control a little bit more here in terms of what happens on the channel. Now, I'm not saying you guys can suggest me do nothing but Sonic 06 Let's Plays, because you guys are fucking crazy. But you know, if I put out a poll, I would probably hope you guys answer it and say, you know, hey, Caleb, we would love if you did the Lego Batman games, or, you know, you did the Marvel Avengers for some reason. But, you know, again, those are things that I want to try to do a little bit better in terms of both reviews and stuff like that. And so let's get into my plans for next year. For Let's Plays, I have a lot of Let's Plays that I want to do next year, but some of them I can't do or I don't want to do yet because of different reasons. The big one that I really want to do this year is Metroid Prime 2. And that's not because I love Metroid Prime 2, keep that in mind. It is because it's the next Metroid Prime game, and I also just want it out of the way. But the problem is, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my Wii U, specifically with Metroid Prime Trilogy, because it does not like Metroid Prime Trilogy anymore. Because I have it on the Wii U digital. So from what I can tell, it seems like Metroid Prime Trilogy's download got fucked up somehow between the move and the hell was that? Something behind? Oh. And as a result, I can only play like Metroid Prime 2 for probably like 10 minutes. Or any of the Prime games on the Trilogy version for like 10 minutes before, for some reason, the analog stick just jams it's like basically like the analog stick like jams forward, but it's not the analog stick. I can tell you that now. It's like Samus just moves forward permanently. And it's like the game froze, and I can't turn the Wii U off because it just won't turn off, so I have to unplug it and then plug it back in. And then, but like, it's like, it freezes, but I can still hear the ambient / the music, and Samus is still moving, so I don't understand what's going on. At first, I thought it was because maybe the Elgato just genuinely doesn't like the Wii U, so I switched to my Hot Pog to see if maybe that helped it. Now, I tried that this morning. I tried that when I got here earlier. It did not work. So back to the drawing board, and well, I just decided, well, fuck. Because the thing is I do have the GameCube version of Prime 2. It's behind me. But the thing is I don't like the GameCube version of Prime 2. It's just my least favorite of the trilogy. And the only thing that makes Prime 2 tolerable is the Wii version, because it just has so many quality of life updates that, you know, just make the trilogy version just the definitive way to play Prime 2. And I know that a lot of people say Prime 2 is the best one, but I just don't see it, genuinely. I'm sorry if that sounds, you know, crazy, but I mean, but whatever. But besides that, I do want to get back into the Metroid series with Prime 2. So if they do announce a remaster of Prime 2, which I kind of hope they do, because Prime 4 is supposed to be out by the end of 2025, so I'm kind of hoping it'll be out. Like, hopefully they'll do like a remaster of Prime 2 and 3 for the Switch, or the Switch's successor, if they're gonna announce that next year. Like, I'm just kind of spitballing there. I'm really hoping that happens, because if not, I'm gonna be a little upset, because why only remaster Prime 1 but not Prime 2 and 3? Especially considering that most people probably didn't play 2 and 3, but again, I don't know. I do want to get into the Legend of Zelda series, back into the Legend of Zelda series. I do want to finish the Hyrule Warriors DLC, with Linkle's Tale, and I believe the Wind Waker stuff hasn't been finished. I do want to finish those. But I do want to do some of the other Zelda games. I do want to do like Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Probably not Majora's Mask, because Majora's Mask is not really one of my favorite of 3D games. I would love to do Twilight Princess, because Twilight Princess is my favorite of the 3D Zelda games, or just my favorite just my favorite Zelda game, period. I'm trying to think. Trying to think of other games. Sonic, I mentioned Sonic and the Secret Rings. I do want to do Sonic and the Secret Rings. Sonic and the Black Knight, and other various Sonic games as they come. Batman Arkham Origins, I want to do that. Doom, I want to do Doom 2016. A friend of mine has probably been waiting for me to do Doom. I want to do Deadpool, the video game. You know, there's a lot of games that I do want to get into. So I do have some ideas in the back burner for Let's Plays. So now the other update that I want to get into is with the big boy that I really want to talk about. You know, I really love talking about him. Xenilian. Xenilian, for those who don't know, is my passion project game that I've been working on for God knows how long at this point. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, or you just know me, you know that I've been making a lot of progress on Xenilian in the past couple of years. The big one being that I finished the main story, I believe, last year, and this year I spent a majority of my time, whatever free time I have, dedicated to doing the support quests, which are basically like the party member side quests, and just general like mapping out of areas and stuff like that. And I have done most of that. I am about done with that. I think I posted a couple weeks ago that I finished a test playthrough of just the main story and support quests, and it was pretty long. I want to say it was like a good 20 hours. I want to say, I can't remember, but I'm really proud of that. I'm still working on it, of course. I don't have like an estimated finish date yet. I'm hoping it's soon. You know, I really want this done, and I'm still like deciding on where I want to release it, and you know, if I charge for it, how much. I'm pretty sure I will end up, you know, doing a few dollars for it, probably nothing too crazy, you know, probably at most $9.99 or $10. Just, I gotta look into some stuff first, and then, that's gross, sorry. Yeah, you're wondering, I cracked something or popped something. But Xenilian is going well, and I'm really happy with that. I do plan on showing off more gameplay of him that sometime soon. I'm not sure how I will do that just yet. Just working on that when I can, and also taking breaks frequently when I can. But that is really it with Xenilian. In terms, and besides all that, that's really all I have to say for what my plans are for both 2025 and, you know, just reflecting on 2024. I think overall it was a pretty good year for me. I mean, I wasn't reaching for the stars, but I also wasn't trying to, you know, do nothing, and I'm really happy with that. With that said, I do plan on starting right back up with general Let's Plays and stuff like that within the next couple of weeks, probably the week after the new year starts, and then all that kind of stuff. So that's really all I have to say. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're most likely already subscribed if you're watching this in the first place, but I'm an idiot, so shut up. But, you know, thank you guys very much for taking the time to watch this. And have a good night. Take care, and happy 2025, and hopefully it's a great year for everybody. Oh, right, yeah, I forgot to mention that I was kind of planning on doing streams from every couple of weeks, or maybe every week. I haven't decided yet. I mean, the first stream I would probably do is some Arkham challenge mode stuff, because I've mentioned in my Arkham reviews that I never really waste my time with challenge mode, but maybe streaming them will finally give me the motivation to actually, you know, do them. Excuse me. But that's just kind of haven't decided yet. That would probably be a good way to, you know, play some games that I haven't really had a chance to play on, you know, because of different reasons. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Not sure, you know, it wouldn't be like a consistent schedule like every Wednesday or some shit. You're like, this Sunday. You know, it'd probably be like, you know, on a random day I have off, I'd probably just stream for a few hours, play some random game I feel like playing, like maybe a new game that I bought, like Yakuza or something like that. I've been meaning to get back into the Yakuza series, and I think streaming would probably be a good way to motivate me to actually play through those. But again, just keep that in mind. But again, Happy New Year, all that kind of stuff. So see you guys next time, and take care.